Hey guys, welcome to the second episode in the Football Manager series with Arsenal. And I'm going to have to think of a new line there in the future so we can actually call this a series. Welcome to the February review. We're into 2035. Now, I know I took over the job in, I think it was like November, but I'm going to stick to the plan, if you know what I mean. Like, we'll do February updates, May updates. And I do apologise if you can hear that saw. There is some incredibly annoying people who've decided to knock a tree down, and I have to. If you look at the weather up there, it's 21 degrees, so I kind of have to have my window open. So I do apologise if you are distracted by that. I can't exactly help it. It's either I have it open or I'll die of heat exhaustion. Right. So we look at the Arsenal team here now. Liverpool, forget them. With 2 games in hand, they are 13 points behind Man City. So even if they win them 2 games in hand, they're still going to be behind them considerably. And Man City they've romped away with it this year. They are doing really, really well. Chelsea have actually caught up to them. They've been slouching actually a bit. City they opened up a big lead at one point, and they've kind of stopped now. So I don't know what happened there. I've only just noticed that, and I've guided Arsenal back into a realm of respectability, shall we say. I'm gonna use this video as well to maybe talk about a few more players I've brought in and so on, because I've played the game a bit ahead of this now, and I am a bit more aware of the players. Like, I know more about them and who I'm going to bring in, who I'm going to sell, etc., etc. So we'll get on to that. But this is how the league looks. The aim at the moment is to get them into the Champions League again, and we'll just go over now. Things are going to be a little bit different here because obviously I've only done like 4 months, not even 4 months, but like 3.5 months worth of gameplay as Arsenal manager. So I obviously have to take that into account. So we'll go over very quickly then. Transfers. Now, I'm not sure, I can't even remember how many transfers I've actually brought in. Right, okay. I remember now. Right, we have, bear in mind a lot of this wasn't me, but I'll go over them anyway. It's from January. They're the 3 here I've brought in. The rest were done by Scott Allen. They actually sold Vladimir Alexeyev for £38.5 million to Man United. I probably could have used him. And I also, the only real major player I've actually gotten rid of is a guy called Keith Collins, who was not interested in staying anyway, and I managed to get nearly £10 million for him, so I was quite happy. That's not bad for an unhappy player, a player I've not even seen, so I can't even say how much he was worth. His value was something like what was it? Yeah, something like 7 million, so I managed to just crack that up just a little bit more. If you are going to obviously try and sell a player for more than the worth, put it up by a bit, but don't put it up like stupid amounts like the game, because there's a reason why the game does this, because the game is stupid. The game doesn't have a clue. It will rack up. For example, I'll look at a 22-year-old. I'll find a 22-year-old player transfer listed, and his value will be, I don't know, 6 million. Be generous, 6 million. They'll want 40 million for him. It's like, why? What's the point? There is literally no point. Now, I realised that he was brought in. I didn't know this, I will be honest. I didn't actually bother to check when he was brought in, so we have lost money on him. But I'm just going to take that as me. Just wipe the clean slate. Or wipe the slate clean, sorry. That doesn't exist, as far as I'm concerned. Just ignore that, because any and all finances. The finances were fine when I came in, so it really doesn't matter to me. I'm just going to ignore that. I couldn't sell him on anyway because for profit anyway, because his value decreased so much, and he didn't want to play, so I had to just get rid of him for his just cut my loss and just get on with it. So the players are brought in then, and I know 2 Liverpool players, I know, but it does this thing again. We've seen it with Brighton, so it's not just a one-trick pony. It's the game. For some reason, you leave a club, and then it'll just strip the team of its best players. It's stupid. It is absolutely ludicrous and stupid. I don't understand it. We've got Atek Valioglu. They were all transfer listed, and this is why I managed to buy for like £1 million. We all know he's good. Ignore that. We all know he's a good player. And I've brought him in. So what? And I've also brought in Kobe Morman for a bit of experience at the back. We know he's better than that. New manager. Doesn't have a fucking clue this game, does it? It really doesn't. And the last one I brought in here is an Algerian chap called Nabil Slimani. 4-star potential. He's quite got good physical stats, and he's got pretty decent mental stats and good technical stats. So he's really all over the board in terms of quality. Given the number 7 shares, he's on international duty at the moment. I think they're in the African Cup of Nations. So he is on international duty at the moment, but never mind. He was at Nottingham Forest. He was transfer listed, so I thought I'd buy him as I needed to improve the centre midfield, and it was also due to the fact that a lot of the players like here, Matty Cross, for example, is on loan at Newcastle. He's only 21 and he's got really good. And ignore that, he's actually way better than that. You have to just, likes of also, let's see, Ian Lay is another one. He's a good player. I think Emmanuel Frimpong maybe in another life. I don't know. He's got a name and he ends in Pong. That's all I can say. And Anthony Power is another one. He's also on loan. I sent him on loan. Daft really, but he is on loan. Sorry, I saw it available for loan, and I was like, oh, I didn't send him on loan. But yeah, as you can see, a lot of nice green stats as well. So I did have to bring someone in to just sort of add a little bit of youth and experience. Sort of with combining the two, if you will. And Slimani was perfect at age 24, I think he is. So, he's got good experience. He's older than this, but he's still young. So that is that's how the thing looks. I'm going to be bringing in my own assistant manager at the end of the season. I'm just going to let Colin Cryan, this guy who let's see, who's he play for? So he's near the end of his career. He plays for Vauxhall Motors, which is still one of my favourite clubs on this game. Look, it's a car company's logo. What's it doing on this game? Right, so we'll go over the fixtures then. Now, obviously, I should point out when I didn't join, of course, until here. I just want to say that in case you are new to the series or whatever. So anything from basically here was all Scott Allen. So we'll go over it anyway. I won't show you the goals since I don't even think I can show you the goals. And obviously it'll give you a better idea who's scoring the goals, etc, etc. So Blackburn a 1-1 start then at the Emirates to Blackburn. There's Peter It's Vanden Bulk. I know how to say it. I just sort of looked at it last time. I didn't really get a chance to look at his name, and I was just sort of thrown off because it doesn't look right, but it's Vanden Bulk as far as I can see. And he scored the goal. He's really, really good, is this chap, so looking forward to him. I think that's where Johansson actually got injured, and he's been injured since then. Then they beat Rapid Vienna 6-0 over the two legs. Vanden Bulk and Lima scoring, and 4-0 as well there. Vanden Bulk, 2 more with Hristov and Johansson scoring. Kazim Mali there did not have a good game at the top. And then of course I beat them 2-0. We'll show you that name again, since I probably should show you Liverpool's fixtures as well, but of course Duffy and Pearcey scored. Russell did get sent off, which was a bit of a kick in the teeth. Then he also lost to Chelsea 3-1, Hristov scoring, and then they went on a nice run, so this may have gave Scott Allen a bit of time here. So 3-2 over Villa with Hristov scoring 2 and Lima scoring. 2-1 victory over Juve with Hristov scoring 2 again. You can kind of, it's a good job actually. I wasn't managing this case. I just would, back in the day, because I just would have gone, Hristov scored, Hristov scored, Hristov scored, because that's what it was like. He scored like 30 goals a season, virtually every season. It's stupid, but obviously he's a bit older now, so obviously have to take that into account. But yeah, 3-1 against Charlton there for me, the other lad they brought in. I think he's only young, but he's actually not that great. I don't know why they paid so much money for him. He's 25. Yeah, he's okay, but he's not amazing. He's not worth 14 million. I would never pay that much for someone. Then he got through to the Capital One Cup fourth round with a 3-2 victory over Wigan. Felipe there, the Brazilian, and Vanden Bulk scoring 2. 3-1 against Sunderland there, Johansson scoring 2, and Hristov also getting his name on the score sheet. 3-0 then against Ajax, and Antonin Gosset, or Gosset, I'm sure you pronounce that, with goals from centre-back, as well as Urena and Lima. The captain, incidentally, is, I think it is, yeah, Juan Urena, or I don't know if there's a way of saying that with an accent or whatever. He's 32, he's from Costa Rica. Costa Rica are actually decent, don't let that fool you. They've got some really good players. There's that Alvarado lad who used to play for Brighton, now he's gone to United. And obviously we've got Urena as well, but obviously he's retired. You would have to assume anyway, since he is 32. And then 2 draws. That was a winning streak ended with a decent points, I suppose, against Man City. Abdullahi there coming off the bench. 1-1 against Swansea as well, with Gossa getting himself sent off with 2 yellow cards. but Christoph did rescue a point. And then a 4-0 victory over Olympiacos with Christoph getting a 10. A 10? What? He scored 1 goal. Okay, I'm really confused. Why the hell? He must have 3 assists. He's got to have 3 assists. Does that really warrant a 10? See, where are the assists? Yeah, 3 assists and 6 shots. Sorry, but does a goal and 3 assists really warrant a 10 rating? That just totally threw me. I've never seen that for 3 assists and a goal. Sorry, really strange. And then 2-1 against Wigan, with Christoph and Johansson scoring at the DW Stadium, and then a bit of a run of losses here against Blackburn. Once again, Blackburn. What the fuck is with Blackburn and knocking my teams out of the capital out of the cups? If you want to say that this is technically my team, that's 3 times in a row. The Blackburn have knocked my team out. Of course, they knocked me out of the. I'm trying to think. Didn't they knock me out of the Capital One? Yeah, I think they knocked. Hang on, let me just go through this. That's last year. Sorry, hang on. Let me go through to the 3rd round. I'm not sure if you saw. Oh no, I lost to West Ham. Or was that even me? I can't even remember. I left after the Super Cup. Let's see here. So we lost now, but yeah, Blackburn keep knocking my teams out of cups. It's annoying. They lost to Brighton. Urena scoring, but unfortunately Rodriguez, the goalkeeper, did not have a good time. And then Olympiacos won 3-1 with Christoph Subirez, who's the defensive centre midfielder, should play out. So it's a rare goal for him. And Urena again scoring 1-1 against Crewe. Lima coming off the bench to salvage a point. Poor performance probably from a lot of players actually there, but Gensler did have a good game in fairness to him. And now they're using a different type of drill. Oh god, this is getting annoying. Worse and worse by the day, it really is. 2-1 against West Ham. I'm really sorry if you can hear that. Urena again scoring. God, he's getting his fair share of goals, I never realised. West Brom, this is Scott Allen's last win as Arsenal manager, as they beat West Brom 2-1 with Ikoku and Van den Bulk scoring. And then the game which eventually did get him sacked, which was a 2-0 defeat to Southampton. The defence appearing to let him down here. So then this was when I came in, and of course the first game that we all saw live was against Juventus when Gensler scored. I haven't actually utilised that much. I don't know what it is. He actually gets a fair amount of goals, but he doesn't seem to have like a massive presence. I don't know what it is. I need to play him more actually. He's probably going to get pissed off with me. And then 3-0, so we actually managed this. Believe it or not, we actually get... Just look at that. Sorry, it just made me laugh so much. 2 own goals. I'll show you these. So this is my first victory, first game in the Premier League, and it was at Millwall. We won 3-0 thanks to Andrei Christoph. Started him, and he came in and got us a goal right away. But incredibly unlucky there for the player. What was his name? I've totally forgot his name. Sorry, I'll have a look at that in a sec. But 2 own goals. One was a definite own goal. The other one was very unlucky. It was like a lucky deflection. Just so happened to be off him. But yeah, that's a really good start in the Premier League. Got them back up there. There's Collins, but a lovely... Sorry. Van Delft? I don't even know what happened there. He played it back, and I guess Herstov tried to get something on it. Or he sort of left it... I don't know. Would he been offside, actually? No, he couldn't have been, surely. Don't be silly. No, he can't have been offside. Of course not. But yeah, strange goal for Van Delft to score. It just sort of... fooled everyone, and eventually went into back in net. That was 1-0, a very lucky goal, and that was in like the first 15 minutes or 20 minutes or so. And we all know Christoph obviously is so good at what he does, but yeah, again here he is now. Sorry, incredibly unlucky own goal again for Van Delft. Do you know what I mean? That was just unlucky. I mean, there's not really could do much about that. And I really don't know what to say there, because they kind of gave us all the goals. But a 3-0 victory is a 3-0 victory, and I'm going to take it. Shocking from Millwall, though. And then a 1-0 victory over Newcastle, and hey, this is what happens when you bring Andrei Herstov back into the... Herstov, that doesn't make sense. Herstov back into the team. he scores your goals. And then we had a dummy game against, or a dead rubber game, I should say, against Ajax with Vermeer going back to Holland and obviously scoring. In fact, he didn't actually play for anyone in Holland. He started at Stuttgart, fair enough. But yeah, he scored two. And the Bulk and Collins also scoring. And then a 1-1 draw, I think a respectable 1-1 draw at Old Trafford as Christoph once again scored. I mean, he's 34, I think. Yeah, is he 34? Yeah, he's a Millennium kid. Yeah, one. Can't argue. As simple as that, really. I'll show you the goal actually. So I was trying to think of something to say, but I really can't. It's 1-1. Probably should have won, but there's Alvarado once again popping up. I can't seem to keep him off this game, can you? To unfortunately salvage a point for United in the 85th minute. There's Zuniga, who's a quality player. Even his name's cool, Zuniga. Yeah, he doesn't look like a 34-year-old, does he? I mean, check that out. What a goal. That's 34-year-old Bulgarian. Superb. But unfortunately, we couldn't hold out in the end, as we did concede the goal here. There's Hoek, by the way, who you'll see more of. We won't see more of him, but he'll become more relevant in the future. Slightly unlucky, maybe. Maybe should have done more. I don't see how the goal could have been offside, but whatever. Point's a point still, I'm not going to argue with a point at Old Trafford. 2-1 victory over Tottenham, so this was my first North London derby, and we won, which was quite nice. 40 minutes and 60 minutes. Andy Nash, unfortunately, did get them a goal. Ironically, of course, I was holding out for the Tottenham job. I thought, Tottenham would be a good club because they're a good club, really, but they're struggling, really struggling on this game and not really, living up to their true potential, or, at least what they are in real life at the moment. So, and there's Vucinovic, the left back, coming off to get his first goal of the season, and goes the first goal in the North London derby. Then this was right on half time. I thought, right, let's see out this. Let's see out the half, and then they go and do that. Kick to the balls wasn't the word, but we bounced back nicely, and then on the hour mark, Vanden Bulk's header over the goalkeeper, 2-1, and that actually gave us the victory. So as you can see, I mean, look at that. Sums it up, really, doesn't it? So as you can see, really good start, still undefeated as we approach Christmas, and then I did actually lose. First game, Gossett did score, but Ronnie Thomas, who I brought in, who's only 18, I'm trying to integrate the youngsters. Let's see, is he from London or wherever? From Tamworth, don't know where that is. Move that out of the way. Yeah, so I ended up obviously having to rotate the team a bit, did regret doing that, and we lost 2-1 unfortunately to Cardiff. However, I did go back and beat Liverpool, who were in absolutely some dreadful form if you looked at the table there. And I don't think he's ever been sent off before, but he did get sent off here. Paulinho, unfortunately, did score an own goal, but we won 3-1. Christoph once again scoring against Liverpool. And the team all isn't that difficult. Incidentally, the Liverpool manager is Johnny Heisinger, as you all know. But the best thing in the world, what the actual fuck? And yes, that is the man who shagged his own brother's wife, or whoever it is. See? Retired in 2014. God. And Vincent Kompany's had a youth development. Now, I wouldn't be unhappy about that, but again, it's a weird one. Imagine that. Just for a second, imagine that as a partnership. A former Everton player and a former Man United player. Man United legend. What the fuck? Game's so crap, it really is so rubbish. So yeah, he's managing, he's absolutely appalling. If we just look at the league here, yes, they have recovered actually. They've actually been doing well, but at this point they were not doing well at all. They have since recovered in the last month. They had a great January, if I recall, or it was actually really doing well. So I might be getting a bit confused with their. Yeah, look, as you can see, I had a bit of a shaky start. I'll go over theirs real quick as well. So I left here, so I only made I literally lost this game and quit. So as you can see, I had a shaky start here, and then had a crap run, but they have since recovered. They had a terrible run in December. They were in some absolute god awful form. even though they had won the Club World Cup again. But in terms of the league, they were in some terrible form, and we managed to take advantage of that. But after this game, they did do better, winning virtually every game up till now, with the exception of losing to Millwall. So they have improved, I can definitely tell you that. But yeah, let's get back to the game at hand now. We'll show you the goals. It was it was surreal, actually, because I thought, oh God, I'm going to have to play against Wallace again. Oh, not again. He was really good. I remember back in his prime, when I was at Brighton, he was really, well, I guess his prime was when I was there, but, in his sort of younger prime. And that was 17 minutes in, Hristov with the goal. And then here we go again. It's going to be his ball into the box. Ikoku to Antonin Gossett. Look at this for a finish. What a goal! That's from a centre-back. Lovely touch as well. And then I still don't understand why players do that. He's kind of... Yeah, I really don't know what to say there. I mean, that kind of just sums everything up really about this game. That that goal bit reminds me of the goal that we scored in at the Emirates in real life, right at the start of last season. I guess last season, yeah. When we won 2-0 at the Emirates, when Arsenal were having that absolutely horrible start, and I think when Raul Morales was still playing for us, and it was in the absolutely pissing down rain. And I think Suarez or Morales, he tried to lift the ball over the goalkeeper, and I think it bounced. Oh, sorry, no, it wasn't. It was Ramsey, or that Ismail Mikel tried to flick it away, and it bounced off Ramsey and in over and looped over the goalkeeper. It was kind of like that. I think that was terribly. I totally made a hash of describing that, but never mind. We won 3-1 against Liverpool, and they were in bad form at the time, but they have since improved. 3-1 then against Blackburn. Nieg did miss a penalty, unfortunately, Marcel Nieg there. Unfortunately for Blackburn, Hristov was in some fine form and managed to bag himself another couple of goals. We then played Portsmouth, a team we have not seen very much of in this game at all, really. As Atek Velioglu, believe it or not, scored on his debut. He scored on his debut with Pedro Lima coming off the bench. Portsmouth, incidentally, are in League 2. They have been up and down from the conference, as you can see. I don't know why, but it suddenly started to remember the history from this season. I really don't know why, but it is. Maybe it's because I forgot to do something, I don't know. But they've been up and down really from League 1 to the Blue Square Bet Conference, so I'll show you the goals real quick here. And yeah, it's actually first time to play Portsmouth in this. It's taken nearly 20 odd years. I think did they take the lead? Oh no, they didn't. I played a young team here, as you can see. Obviously, I tried to play as many youngsters as I could. I mean, Arsenal have still got good players at the back, and so on, or in reserve, I should say. But they did take a shock lead, 30 minutes, and I thought, oh, crap, what have I done with these youngsters? But there's Atek Velioglu to score on his debut, clearly, and we then snatched the victory in the 75th minute with his Azem Senghul. And now the dogs are barking, isn't that superb? Pedro Lima here to Roda, Subirez. I can't exactly remember how this goal went, so you'll have to forgive me. Ronnie Thomas does look like a good little potential, but what a goal that is. That is sublime from Lima. What a goal to score for your 100th goal for Arsenal. Isn't that superb? So we march on through to the fourth round of the FA Cup, but then we had a really good game against Chelsea. Unfortunately, we lost. Chelsea, of course, doing really well. Jaime, hell kind of name is that? Juan Munoz? Well, I don't know. I'm just going to call him Munoz. They've also got Jackson playing for them, which is brilliant. Yeah, we didn't have a particularly good game, unfortunately, but 1-0 loss, Chelsea, not the end of the world. We then beat Charlton 2-1, Van den Bulk scoring 2. 3-0 against Aston Villa with Hristov grabbing 2. Van den Bulk unfortunately got himself sent off. Suberez scoring the other. 3-2 against Cardiff. Lima, Felipe and Johansson coming off the bench to make sure of it. And then a bit of a disaster here, 4-0. I think I may have even instant resulted that because I have no faith in my team. And I clearly should never put the faith into my assistant manager again, as we got, well, no other word for it, battered 4-0 at Man City Stadium. That's no good. But we bounced back nicely with 3-0 victory over Sunderland. Home with Hristov and Johansson scoring. And the next game then is going to be against Swansea. so after that then, I mean, obviously, I know I could have gone to a lot more, more difficult club, more difficult challenge, and obviously softer softer clubs. God, spit it out. um, and yeah, that really, Arsenal were the first team to really come for me. So I thought, sod it, just go to Arsenal. Why not? I can build, excuse me, I can build a team from there. Because they've got good stuff already in place, and I'd rather just take it from them. And it wouldn't make any sense, me leaving Liverpool, world class manager, blah blah blah. I'm not saying blow me on Trump there. That's what it is. It's reputation. And going to the Championship or League One. I've already stated that I don't like going below the Championship. I don't find it fun. It's why, incidentally, the Southport save I've not really done much for, because I don't really enjoy it all that much. I think I will. I tried to start a San Marino challenge, not to record or anything. I was just going to do it off my own back and maybe tell you about it at a later date, because that adds a bit of responsibility that I have to play it. And I tried to play the Southport save, and once you get promoted, it gets a lot harder. So that's one of the downfalls, and unfortunately, I don't really enjoy it. So yeah, I don't know whether there's going to be another one of them. We'll have to see. And that really is it. So I will see you then at the end of the season, see how we do. And let's hope that we can guide Arsenal to the Champions League. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.